Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to...
How does it feel to be 60? Those of us who are in our 50s would like to know how it feels, to be 60.
Some of the things that we used to do when we were much younger are no longer possible now.
Okay.
Waking up early and going to bed late, it has been part of my journey in broadcasting. I was telling my my staff in the studio this morning that waking up 4 a.m. to be in the studio 5 a.m., waking up 5 a.m. to be in the studio 6 a.m. is becoming a little bit difficult and challenging now, and I might have to slow down. And of course, when you get to a particular age, you need to start watching your health, and you need to start looking at what you do. They say if you overcome poverty, the next thing you want to make sure you have is longer life, and there's no better way to take care of to ensure that you live longer than to take care of your health and what you do. Possibly sleep more, rest more, exercise more, and eat less. So some of the things that we used to do in our 30s, 40s, maybe the early 50s are no longer really possible. But I feel good. I feel good. I don't feel that old. I feel so young in my heart.
What would you say has been the greatest lesson that life has taught you at 60?
I think one of the things that my father told me years ago was never to become a slave to money. That I should not allow money to rule my life. Contentment, one of the key things that it taught me growing up. If we had, we are fine. You wouldn't even know. If we don't have, we are fine. You wouldn't know. I grew up in a village. I was born in a village outside Abeokuta, and growing up was not that rosy. It was not that was not that pretty. It was tough. Trekking to the primary school, at times on empty tummy, and coming back and eating little. At harvest time, you can eat a plenty, but most of the time you just have to be moderate and be content with whatever my mother and my father were able to provide. So I grew up with that, and so if there's any lesson life has taught me is to always be satisfied with whatever throws at me while aspiring to be better, while working to ensure that I live better, do things in a better way. I've never allowed money, no matter the amount, to cause any rift or rancor between me and my close associates and friends and family. I let things go. I don't nurse grudges. I don't keep malice. I've also learned that if you feel so bad about any situation, about anybody doing anything that you consider so painful to you, two things. It's either you are forgiving or you are forgetting. You must pick one. If you can't forgive and forget, you have to pick one. So most of the time, I just forgive and I let go. Well, it could be painful, but I just forgive and I let go. And I think that is what has informed the way that I've lived my life all through to this point. I don't go looking for trouble. I run away from trouble. Because when I look for trouble and the trouble comes, who is going to assist me? I've always lived my life. I've always helped myself with the help from heaven. I don't have anybody I can run to say, you know, come and bail me out of this problem. So I try as much as possible not to look for trouble. Right from my childhood, I don't look for trouble. I run away from trouble. So I think those are things that I think all through life I have I've picked up, I've learned, and I'm still going with.
Now, you said that you grew up in a village outside of Abeokuta, but you didn't tell us the name of the village. What's the name of the village?
Well, I was born in Eleshe village in the Obafemi Owode local government area of Ogun State.
Okay.
Not far from Abeokuta though, maybe an hour or less from Abeokuta.
All right. What would you have wanted God to do for you at 60 that he hasn't done?
What would I have wanted God to do at 60? That's a very tough one, because as I said, I think I am comfortable with what God has done for me so far. Right from my childhood, I wanted to be an entertainer. I wanted to be a broadcaster. I wanted to sing. I wanted to be like Sonny Ade. And I think at this level, even though I've not become a Sonny Ade, but I have been in entertainment and broadcasting for 40 years, and I think I'm cool. I'm cool with that. What more could I desire? My age mates are retiring from the civil service. If I remained in the civil service all this while, I probably would have retired. Probably could be retiring this year, but having worked for this year's for private organization, I'm still here. Although looking at retirement very soon, but you know, journalists and broadcasters don't retire. We just possibly step aside from particular roles, but we still keep doing it. And you have people that are very, very older in their 80s that are still practicing broadcasting journalism and are still good at it.
Okay.